What's going on? It's your boy Buddha back in the building for another Last Cloudia news and information video, one that we need to go over because we got official global details on everything coming in tomorrow's update and future updates to come throughout this 3.5-year anniversary. Before we get into that, I want to tell you that we have a couple special announcements at the end of this video for those who are interested, so make sure to stick around for that. But we're not going to go over everything in this news notice because we covered a ton of it in the live stream review video that I posted a couple days ago. So check that out if you want all of the bulk information. We are going to go over the changes or the differences in information now that we have official translations and news given to us in the global client. So not going to go one by one, but we're going to jump section by section to cover those details that we didn't talk about before. To start with this daily free 10 spin gacha, the only thing I want to mention about this for new players is do not forget to summon on this. This is a free 10 spin you can do once per day, and these do not accumulate, okay? One of the biggest errors your boy Buddha has ever made, legendary fail on my end, was I thought I could save all of the 25 spins to do in one summon session video. That is not the case. If you forget to do your 10 spin for that day, it is lost, and you only have from the 13th to November 9th to do your 10 spin per day. So if you don't do 25 spins within that time period, you lose out on those free spins. So make sure you do this once a day. Don't forget, it does not accumulate. There's your reminder. The new items added challenge. This is the text that we saw in the JP livestream, but we didn't know exactly what it was saying. This is actually going to be the home screen challenge that we can do when you log into the game. You'll see that to complete these challenges here in like the top left area of the home screen. This is actually going to give us all of these new rewards and new items that we can use to craft UR Stardusts, Mother Prisms, Prism Souls, right? And we have some other details regarding these items as well that I was not sure about in the previous video. So what we're calling the Mother Prism is known officially as the God Relic Prism, which can give SC to any unit +2, right? Incredible item we've been asking for a while. The God Relic Prism Shard is what we use to create this God Relic Prism. We need 10 of them to do so. The Prism Soul Shard, this is what I wasn't sure about. These actually just create Prism Souls, which is going to help you get units to Awaken 5 and 6 much easier than needing to pull duplicates of units within the gacha, right? It's a much more free-to-play friendly way to accumulate these Prism Souls, so that is actually pretty dope that they're including those. And then, of course, we know that we're getting these Stardust Shards, and with 10 of them, we can craft the respective Stardust rarity. It does clarify that the above shards and items can be earned primarily through event rewards, so this doesn't seem like something that we'll be able to farm. This is going to be something they include with different event rewards each update, probably within the mission rewards or at the end of high difficulty quests is what I'm predicting, but of course, we'll see. We have clarification on the login bonus lineup, right? That first day, we're getting a rainbow potion. So for those of you who get Adel, you can just immediately get him to level 100. But what I did want to talk about are the anniversary gacha tickets that we're getting all the way up through 20 days. Now, if you want to be truly conservative and smart with your crystals, you wait until you've gotten every single ticket, because what this should be offering is raid up tickets on the Adel banner. Now, this is not confirmed. This might be for a general banner that has a ton of DOH units, a ton of UR arcs, every single arc and unit in the game that's not seasonal or collab limited. But just to be safe, well, obviously tomorrow, that's my best advice to give. You wait until you've exhausted every last source of summoning without using your crystals before you touch them. So just wanted to point out we're getting a ton of these anniversary tickets for these login bonuses. We have the anniversary match returning, something we have seen before. Obviously, we'll see probably different cutscenes, different dialogues from their typical anniversary match hosts. However, what I did want to point out is that we will be getting some God Relic Prism Shards and Prism Soul Shards from this. So this is an example of how we can earn those new items through events, right? This is where these new items will be available. We also get prisms for Adel, event limited stamps, event equipment, various training materials, and of course more 3.5 year anniversary gacha tickets. So make sure to farm those up again before you use your crystals. And then this is going to be Adel's sticker. It's go time. Not mad at it. Pretty fun. The 3.5 year anniversary medals are returning. So this is going to be medals that you can obtain by clearing world map story quests. So going to be very easy to obtain for those who are auto farming or clearing story for the first time. You can also usually set your friend points. You can change them so that these are what you're receiving when people send you friend points. Another easy way to accumulate them. So really auto farming is the best way if it's like times before, but we're going to have radiances in the shop lineup. So definitely desirable to get these medals quick and fast so you can buy up everything within this anniversary medal trading shop. We get to see a little bit ahead. They're showing us some things to come within the October 20th update. This will be that week after tomorrow, and then in between the next big update being the October 27th date. So what they're adding is the second volume to the anniversary match. And then I just wanted to point out that we're going to be able to get a new support frame. These are just collectible items at this point, but very, very cool. I know myself as an endgame player, I appreciate having things where I can flex and say, yep, I was a part of this event, or I ranked this highly in this event. So this will be available for everyone. So anyone who hasn't been able to get ranking support frames, you'll have access to one here, which will just be a nice consolation prize, I think, for the whole community. Training Field is also coming on October 20th. I mean, we're going to see just how powerful this combined with the LC pass, the amount of experience dump you're going to get from these stages will be mad. As we move into the gacha section, I just want to go over a couple things. One, if we scroll down, the limited art 10 spin gacha, the Band of Dunes fiasco that many of you noticed during the video where we reviewed it a couple days ago. This is where you can get a guaranteed Band of Dunes SSR arc, right? We talked about how this arc is weirdly limited. They have made it very exclusive to get, very difficult for many accounts to obtain. And at first, I thought this was a 10 spin that was going to be free to spin, similar to the daily 10 spin for 25 days or 250 spins total. I thought that's what this was going to be. But then it took a complete turn, and this is a guaranteed Band of the Dunes 10 spin for 3,000 paid crystals. Absolutely horrible, guys. I mean, if you have expendable income, money is not an issue to you, of course go ahead and get this if you don't have it because of the limited nature of this arc. However, if you're asking if this is worth a full paid multi-for, I would say absolutely not. There is nothing in this arc that screams get me now so you can change your account. Like, no, anything that's gonna cost you money, although it's nice that it's guaranteed, the fact that it's locked behind the paid crystal wall is just one of the worst feelings to me. I don't encourage doing this at all. This is not behavior I support on 80s. I feel like I need to give them a slap on the wrist, as, you know, a content creator should. I'm all knowing in how they should conduct their business, but I absolutely hate this. So just wanted to clarify the details here. And then here we get the details on the various ticket gachas that they're introducing. So the tickets that we are getting, the 3.5 year anniversary gacha tickets, we recognize that name from the login bonus. These are for a gacha ticket banner that has the same lineup as Descent of Heroes Festival Adel. Very, very generous. We usually only see ticket rate ups for seasonal banners or collab banners. So it's nice that they do allow us to get these tickets during these anniversary banners, which are technically DOH, not typical. So we're getting those types of tickets, and then we're also getting the hero ticket gacha. This is what I imagine has all of the DOH lineup on it, including URs, including anything that's not seasonal or collab limited. So going to be two different ticket gachas to look for. Very excited. Happy they're bringing this back for sure, especially because they do have the rate ups on them, which is nice. We also get some foresight. On October 20th, they are bringing back a Descent of Heroes Festival Ultra banner with this lineup right here. There's literally nothing worth talking about if you're going to summon on this. I pity you, my friend. Happy to see that they show us the additions to the DOH lineup that we're getting. As we know, they set a plan in motion. I can't remember exactly when, but for every 6 months after a new set of heroes are released, they will be added to the off-banner lineup in any DOH banner, right? So who we're getting in this new DOH off-banner pool is Heroic Lord Roland, Granados, and Melee. So from this update moving forward, any DOH banner you summon on, you have a small chance to snag these guys as off-banner pulls, which is just crazy. As we get these super power creep units into the off-banner pull, people are going to be pulling these units without even trying. That's going to make for some great accounts. So very happy to see they're being added. And then, of course, their respective Crimson Ore trading shop is getting their credential gear, as well as Inventive Queen Merity, right? She's not a DOH unit, so she's not really included in this DOH addition, but her credential gear will be added to the Crimson Ore trading shop. Then we got to move into the arena revisions and rebalancing, because we got some details that were definitely not said during the live stream watch party. I'm going to skip these two things because we've seen them before, but updated superclass ranking rewards. I'm not even going to read anything here except for this one. Addition of Prayer Stardust UR to rewards for ranks 11 through 50. So now the first 50 players in Arena will be getting a UR Stardust. This is massive, and it is actually going to make Arena way more competitive for that top 50 spot. I know some of the players I've been seeing in Discord are talking about how, you know, rank 50 is so easy to get. Not when there's a UR Stardust on the line. I think it's going to change drastically the arena climate, which is what they're going for with these revisions and revamps. So I may have to step up my sweat game in arena because of this, which I'm ready for. But if they're offering a UR Stardust for rank 50 and below, I am there. Best believe that. We also got the rebalancing for formations in Arena, and while I could go through and review each one of these, I don't feel like I need to, because if we scroll all the way down to Spell Render, this is the most used offensive formation, and the things that made it extremely broken are the fact that it gives you half of your total SCT stocks at the start of battle, and the damage boosting that it gives to no attribute attackers. What changes did they make here? Decreased amount of damage from more distant attacks, and decreased chance to evade magic attacks. Do either of those two things sound like why Spell Render is the most broken and used offensive arena formation? The answer is no. And so it's very confusing to me when they say, we have determined that certain formations are currently being used more often than others. Yes. The answer to that is Spell Render, and I just told you why, and they didn't change either of the reasons, or either of the main reasons why. So I don't see the arena formation climate changing at all. I think anyone who does switch to these for their defensive teams, whatever, I'm sure there's an argument to be made there, but the only thing that matters in Arena is your offense team and how much Zell you have. So I don't think it costs any Zell to play Arena matches. It probably will still cost Zell to switch through Arena matches, or it might adjust to, you know, these fifth amounts in normal class and a half amount in super class. Either way, the core of how you get Arena points in Arena is not going to change, and Spell Render is still going to be the most dominant offensive arena formation, bar none. I promise you that. These changes are going to do absolutely nothing. So feel free to convince me otherwise in the comments, but that's my initial thoughts here. We did get the official translations for the new stickers that are coming. I do like that they gave Dallas a very old school text, digital text right here, and then we obviously have Rommel, Baran, and Rabala. Other improvements to talk about, we are getting the copy setting that they first introduced in Maze of Tartarus for Tower of Trials and Arena. Now that I know how that copy function works, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not my favorite implementation of a build preset mechanic. However, it is nice, right? When you typically, or in the past, when you've gone into Tower of Trials, when you've gone into Arena, when you've gone into Maze of Tartarus, your builds get completely reset, so you have to build from the ground up. Now, if you use this copy function, you can copy the build that is set on that current unit with the skills and the gear in your main hub, right? The builds that you use for story clearing, you can copy that now to Tower of Trials and Arena. So if you want to bring a unit that you haven't used before, but you have them built for clearing story stages, event stages, you can just translate that build into TOT, Arena, and Maze of Tartarus now. So I'm not mad at it. I'll give it a thumbs up, especially now that I know how it actually works. They're also improving the difficulty notation for quests. This is something that not many people talk about. I've mentioned it a few times, but so far they only show like these recommended levels next to the quest that you're taking on. And it's very misleading because if you've heard me talk about it, levels do not indicate anything. I can take a level 1 unit with a max ability board and clear probably up to a lot of mid-game to early end game. So levels are not a good representation, but what they are including is now level and the abilities unlocked from what I'm understanding in this notation. So I like it. Not a crazy hype change, but I think it will be interesting to see how they now show what's recommended to complete each stage. They're also doing this tab switching function for materials alchemy, so I think that's just going to change how you search through the alchemy lab whenever you're upgrading or crafting certain materials. You know, they're adding all of this new stuff with the UR dust shard, or the prayer stardust shards, and the Mother Prism shard, so I imagine this is in anticipation for that. So just gonna have to get used to this new Alchemy Lab UI. They also gave us the details for the addition of Credential equipment to the GodForge Alchemy lineup. Now, because I still feel like UR Stardusts are going to be very limited, we can't farm up the Prayer Stardusts except for getting them as rewards in the Alchemy Lab. I still encourage everyone to use their Crimson Ore for buying the UR Stardust. So I'll leave the review for all of these details up to like Tweaks or anyone else, or maybe in the Power Creep podcast, Tweaks can go over it, but not something I'm interested in knowing or spending the time to review. We do have the anniversary shot packs being introduced again. If you're asking me if these are worth it, I'm just not an advocate of the paid packs, so I would consult maybe Tweaks or some other player to figure out which ones are worth it, but we do have a couple free ones incoming. This will be some nice materials just to snag up for free, and then of course if we scroll down, oh, and especially these, like, do not spend your free crystals on these packs, that's an absolute waste. But we're also getting the free Adel pack, of course, right here. We appreciate your continued support of Last Cloudia, the Last Cloudia management team. We're not quite done yet, guys. We are getting an October 13 maintenance notice. Just want to mention that we've got some bug fixes incoming. Nothing that I'm interested in talking about, but maybe it'll apply to you. But we are getting a token apology, 100 crystals, so thank you so much. Thank you for the continued support, yada, yada, yada. Once again, if I scroll up for the final bit of information I do want to talk about in this video, we can look at the teaser for the October 27th update, right? So 2 weeks from now, they do give us a little teaser summary. So this is when we are getting new story, which is super exciting. Don't forget, a new unit and arc is incoming. This will be the part 2 unit, technically I'd say for the 3.5 year anniversary. So Adel's banner will be active until both of these banners are revealed. We know what both units are doing. So again, I know it's tempting to summon for units on the hype date, release date tomorrow, but we've got a lot of decisions. We've got a lot of tickets to get. We've got a ton of things to know before making that determination of, like, is Adel a must summon or should you go after him? There's way too much that we don't know yet. We won't know until like 3 weeks from now. I know it's not what everyone wants to hear, but that's just the reality if you want to be a smart conservative player. We're getting the start to the Halloween event, bringing back a limited time world map, so that'll be fun. We're getting a time trial. I'm not even recovered from the last time trial, but listen, now that your boy Booda has managed to rank in the top 10 once, I kind of want to do it again, so be on the lookout. That might slow my content production down, but it is what it is. And then other events and promotions, so details will be announced at a later date. Please look forward to all the great new content. Yes, there's definitely ups and downs to discuss in this update, but so many incredible things coming for this 3.5 year anniversary. I'm excited. I'm happy to see a lot of things we've been wanting in the past, a lot of QOL, a lot of exciting changes that we'll see how it affects the game moving forward. Let me get into the announcements that I want to tell you guys before wrapping up this video. The first being that tomorrow I'm going to be doing a dual stream with Tweaks. Yes, that's right. And we're going to be doing it at his typical stream time, which I think will be probably like 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. It's going to be a little wild, but we're going to have both his and my screens up on the live stream. He's going to do his summons. I don't know if I can even afford Adel now, so it'll probably be up to Tweaks, but he's going to do his testing, his Adel building, and we're going to see some craziness tomorrow, along with the lake fundraising that I want to do during that live stream. My goal is going to be to raise $1,000 for Lake. I think I'm going to split it up between that live stream and the Power Creep podcast. All the live streaming I do tomorrow, we're going to be fundraising for Lake. Like I said, the goal, I want to get that man $1,000. He deserves that and more easily for the Goldmine website and all the work he's put in prior to that. So very excited to do that for Lake. Shout out to the homie. Make sure you're using his links that will be in the description below. And the second announcement you guys may have seen in the community post, we're going to be doing another Cooking with Buddha live stream. Sponsored by HelloFresh. Yes, the service that I've been using for a very, very long time. Had a great run during that first sponsorship. Got some people to try it out. I encourage anyone who's looking for an easy, fast, convenient way to prep healthy meals at home to give it a try. I've got 65% off your first box. Guys, that literally means that you can get meals for less than $4.30 per meal on that first box, just to try it out. Free cancellations if you don't want to continue it, but you can feed yourself very well for the next week using my promo code or the link found in the description below. Look forward to that. I think I'm going to do it shortly after posting this video. That'll be over on Twitch, so hope to see you over there. But guys, that's all I got for you this time. Like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and turn all the bell notifications on if you don't want to let the algorithm tell you when to watch my videos. Thank you to my Buddha fam members hitting that join button below, supporting your boy Buddha for $2 a month, helping me to keep making content, videos, pumping it out, not having to worry about anything else. I truly, truly appreciate you. And with all that being said, y'all know what we say. Work hard, play hard. See you in the next video.